Hello everyone, my name is Rob, welcome to Kinetic Rugby League. In this video we're going to be discussing the Scotland World Cup team that has recently been announced. Let's take a look. The Scotland squad is as follows. Euan Aitken, Luke Bain, Logan Bayliss-Brow, James Bell, Ryan Brierley, Kieran Buchanan, Lewis Clark, Davy Dixon, Charlie Emsley, Dale Ferguson, Callum Gahan, Guy Graham, Bailey Hayward, Ben Halliwell, Liam Hood, Kane Lynette, Bailey Liu, Sam Luckley, Matty Russell, Carl Schneider, Jack Teenby, Shane Toll, Alex Walker and Lachlan Walmsley. So the first player I want to talk about is Euan Aitken. Now, I didn't really see him play too much this season. Granted, I haven't really seen many New Zealand Warriors games. Who would want to watch many of their games this season? But some information on him. He's a second rower. He's 27 years old. This season he had 21 appearances, 3 tries, 1 assist. Not a big deal. He's a forward. That's fine. He's operating at a 95% tackle efficiency, which is pretty damn good. When I've seen individuals tackle efficiency, that's the highest one I've seen so far. Normally a team's average would be anywhere from 82% at its lowest to about 89%. I've never seen a team's average above 90 from what I recall seeing when I've checked stats. But 95% is pretty damn good. Career-wise, he's had 156 career appearances and 49 career tries. Now, as I said, I've not really seen him play specifically, but given the fact that he's going to be signing for the Redcliffe Dolphins, I'm going to speculate that a team like that is coming into the NRL as a brand new team that's trying to build a whole new roster is looking for players that can provide a positive culture and or players that bring a lot of quality. They'll probably be looking at quality first and then they'll build culture as they go. But my assumption would be that they'll want to do a bit of both. So I will speculate from that a player of Euan Aitken's experience, that he can provide quality and positive culture to the team, and hopefully can do the same for Scotland as well. So hopefully that works out. The second player I want to talk about is somebody that I know quite well from his days at Warrington Wolves, and that is Matty Russell. Now, he is 29 years of age, currently plays for Toulouse, who I guess I could now say is a championship team, pending whatever Super League decides to do with teams going up and down. This season he's had 21 appearances, 13 tries, which is pretty damn solid for last place team. He's had 100 tackle busts, which is actually pretty high if you look at the I think the highest was 131. So he's at the high end of the tackle bus. All other stats looked somewhat similar. Now, I didn't see him too much for Toulouse, but I can definitely talk on what I know he can provide as a player. Now, when he was at the Warrington Wolves, he played as a fullback for a good few years. And he was constantly, from play the balls, making so many post-contact meters, hammering teams down the middle. He was so quick off the mark, so quick. Over 100 meters, you know, there or thereabouts, but off the mark was rapid and was so effective. And I think after a couple of bad games, fans really started to get on his back, started to get on Tony Smith's back, who was the coach at the time, and he decided to shift Matty Russell to the wing. That is something I hate personally. I hate when fullbacks are eventually shifted to the wing. It bugs me so much. They have the ability to play as a, not necessarily world class, but good, great, top class, world class fullback, and we're just going to shift him onto the wing because he had a few bad games, or we need to accommodate someone else. But Matty Russell took on that role pretty well and established himself as a solid winger. Wasn't perfect, but had a good few finishes, and from what I did see when he played for Toulouse, was kind of the same player, and with that has more experience. So I'm hoping that he can take that into the squad for Scotland and can get a good handful of tries at this tournament. The third and final player that I want to talk about, and who I think would probably be the most important player on this team, is Ryan Brierley. Now, I didn't realise he was 30 years of age. The thing is, time flies for me. I remember in 2015, he was like the new kid on the block for Lee Centurions. And he was the wonder kid that was like gonna really step up. And I didn't know how old he was at the time. I thought he was maybe late teens, early 20s. But that was 2015, which was 7 years ago. So the fact he's 30 was surprising to me, but when I actually think about it, it's not that surprising. He was still very young back then. This season played for the Salford Red Devils, had 23 appearances, 10 tries, 6 goal kicks, and 21 assists. Pretty damn good numbers. All of the stats look pretty normal. The only one that was a bit too high was errors. But I'm not too worried about that going into this tournament. From what I remember seeing from him at Lee Centurions was he was just finding his footing. Didn't see him too much when he went to the Huddersfield Giants, so I don't want to say that I know exactly what he was like, but I think he was kind of similar, showed flashes of quality here and there. And then when he moved to the Salford Red Devils, really started to elevate his game, really started to become a leader, really started to show what kind of influence he could have throughout an entire game. Instead of just flashes, he became an established Super League player and really seems to have settled in nicely for Salford. And I mean, just those numbers again, 10 tries and 21 assists in 23 appearances, really solid numbers. I believe he was playing at fullback, so I'm going to assume he's going to be fullback for Scotland, but he can definitely do a job in the halves if he has to, and I think he'll be a really influential player for this Scotland team. So that's going to be it for this video. If you have any thoughts on the Scotland squad, leave them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with new content. You can also follow the social media accounts in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.